Hey everybody, thank y'all for coming in for this week's session of Roomful of Blerds. As it says down below here, I am really happy that you're here, whether you're catching the live or you're catching me in the post action of everything. I hope everybody had a good week. I hope that the upcoming 3-day weekend is going great for y'all so far. If you had it, if it's a regular weekend for you, I greatly apologize, but you're here. So let's begin. I want to start talking about some of the things that have happened, sort of kind of in the Blerd world. There wasn't too much going on this week, actually. But I was perusing through Netflix just yesterday because I had extra free time, and I thought I would catch up on the cult that is known as One Piece. And to my dismay, they have removed over 500 episodes. 500 episodes off of their streaming service. That is wild. No notification, no nothing, just dry snatched. And it's had to have been within the last couple of days or so because I think it I think everything was on there almost up until the most recent episode. And I think they only have up to 519 at this point. Hey, Nerd War. All right, I'll see you over here, hun. Hey, Nix. Corey, thank you for stopping by. I'm just checking the Squid Gang. Um, I'm just checking over on the Instagram live side because that is for whatever reason super delayed compared to the not Instagram, YouTube side. But hi y'all, thanks for joining. I appreciate you. Stay for a while. Um, yeah, like they have a cutoff between episode 519 and it jumped straight to the most recent episode, which is 1089. That is, it's not okay. um and that, yes, well, that is yeah, yeah. I don't like Crunchyroll because of their format, the layout of their stuff, because I'd be falling asleep sometimes. And so if you have dubbed episodes and they're all kind of back to back, I will go to sleep listening to the sub or dub version of something, English dub, and I'll wake up to Korean, Spanish, or Italian. I learned that watching JJK recently, and I know a few words that I didn't know before. Made some connections. It's nice. It's good for those that are on what is that thing called? Ooh, what is it called? Ooh, it's yellow. Rosetta Stone. That's what it's called. It's great. It's great. If you need that little bit of extra help, if you want to do some transitioning into whatever language you're trying to learn, um, yeah, trash. Um, Funimation's okay, Chigami. Funimation's all right. It's all right. Not at all. There's so much that happens. I was on Funimation until recently. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Funimation is better as far as their logistics and how they function as far as putting up their episodes and navigating, but they don't have all their episodes up. It's a little whatever. Pick your poison. You get what you pay for. You give what you get. It's fine as long as all the episodes are there. That's my main concern at this juncture. But yeah, Netflix. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Especially when I'm forcing myself to get through this as it is. You are giving me absolutely no motivation to continue my story. Um, with that said, the other big piece of news that I saw this week was Miss Angela Bassett's Oscar speech. That woman is unbelievably gracious and unshakable and strategic. I don't think anybody would have faulted her for. Mm, hmm. At first, I was like, "Girl, don't take that faux Oscar. Not at all. Like you deserve to be up on that stage with the rest of them people receiving your flowers appropriately." But I changed my mind after her speech, especially since it ended up being 15 minutes long. She had an opportunity and she seized it, and she was smart enough to play the cards that she was dealt properly. She wouldn't have gotten 5 minutes up on that stage had she decided to, had she won in place of Jamie Lee Curtis, who should have gotten the honorary Oscar because she has worked in the field for so long as well. That is who should have gotten the honorary Oscar. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We, her cousins, we got the message. I have received it as a Black woman. I did not expect to be crying. on a Saturday afternoon watching her speech. But if you guys have the opportunity to find it, I believe the full speech is up on Shonda Rhimes. Yeah, Shonda Rhimes' Instagram page. If you have the time, you have an extra day for some of you. Definitely listen to it. It's very empowering. It's very selfless, and it's a real message. It's a message to the establishment, and it's a message to us as her people. Uh, Queen Ramona. So let me see. They are English. Yeah, yeah, English. Yeah, I'm going back to what is that thing called? One Piece. Yeah, the English is catching up fast. They're almost caught up to everything. I don't know what they're gonna do once they do reach. Ooh, y'all gonna have a hard time. I think I'm still in the 300s, so I'm good. I don't plan on leaving the 300s of One Piece anytime soon. It's a cult, but I know what y'all are really here for. We are gonna get into this comic book reading club. Now, I gave you guys some reading to do. I told you to read, what is that? X-Men, God, Giant X-Men Volume 1, which was which was first released in 1975. Pardon me while I pull up my slide because I'm professional. Told you guys to read Giant Size X-Men #1, and also told you guys to read Uncanny X-Men #102. I believe. If I am wrong, I'm about to make sure that I'm not. Uh, yeah, 102 right there. Ha, I did it. Look, memories. Yay! Those were the required reading for this evening. If you did not read it, it's still going to be an awesome time because I'm going to be going through the history of Storm within the hour and give you guys, I guess, a quick history lesson. If anybody wants to actually join the stream and talk with me, let me know. Send me a DM. I will send you either an email or an Instagram link, and then you guys can join in. But for right now, let's talk about Milady Storm. She's a force. Oh, she's a force. She has been in this game since visually in this game since 1975. Um, the person that created her, his excuse me, his name is Len. I want to say Len Weiss. It is Len Wein. Sorry, I had to look at my notes. I have to cheat sometimes. I have a lot of things in my brain. He is the person that actually created her character. Old white dude. He seems all right. You know, there's a couple of things I have grief with as far as her origins go, but I'm glad she's here. I'm glad she has remained, and I'm glad she's not just a caricature of what Africans or African Americans can be. She is a legend in of herself, and I'm very appreciative of all the people that have actually come after Mr. Wine. I think that gentleman's name is Chris Claremont. He also helped boost Steam. He also helped to boost Storm's character development significantly throughout the years. But let me get back into this. I'm a consummate professional. I will say that several times throughout this evening. This is your girl, Storm, legend. None, no, who else? It within Marvel. I know some people are going to try to say Wonder Woman, is she all right? But Storm got it out the gutter. She girlfriend for seriously got it out the mud. She has gone natural. She has put in the 20-inch, ooh yucky, all day long. But that's her real hair. Um, she is a force, like I said, a force to be reckoned with. She is an icon for girls and boys everywhere. If you see her name, I feel like your back, you just sit up a little bit taller. You know what I mean? Um, her iterations are plentiful. She has been Thor. She has been, I believe, is Bloodstorm. She's been a vampire and rocked it. Okay. They never killed her. They only cured her in one iteration of her. Yes, yes, Shigami, yes. I would love to see them do an iteration of Perfect Storm. Now, Perfect Storm was a bad bitch. Literally, she was not a good girl at all. She this is her here laying waste a little bit to the X-Men. Um, oh gosh, I believe it was X-Men Forever. This is that issue. If you guys ever want any kind of resources or points for all of these slides that I'm putting up, let me know. Um, it was a lot of work. I have all of them listed somewhere, but I will definitely let you guys ask me questions about where I'm getting all these slides from. Now, we have come to this point in Storm's iteration. She is, I'm going to make this smaller just for a little bit. Um she is definitely like, who comes up, who could put this together? Who's wearing this like this? Is wild. She has come such a long way, and it's I'm speechless. Now, her the very first iteration of her name actually comes from a DC comic in 1971, and it was called The Phantom Stranger. Still written by Len Wein. Um, you guys can't see it in the back, but there she is off underneath the Iron Messiah symbol. That's not necessarily Aurora herself, but that is Aurora in that comic book. So that is where we get the first mentioning of her name. And I kind of want to know where he got that from. I can't remember what it means. But I'm sure Aurora means something to somebody somewhere. But we get the actual first view of her in Giant X-Men 1975. And when I say she got it out the gutter, girl, there she is in all her glory. Buck ass naked out in the Kenyan plains of Africa, serving her people and asking them kids, what the hell you want? Um, she is here basically bringing rain to her people. She's making sure that nobody is suffering or starving. She's basically the healer for the kids out in Kenya. And hi to everybody that's joined on Instagram again, and everybody else that is out there. Oh, watching from afar. And I'm trying to get myself together. Hold on, y'all. This is my life. My life is a mess. It's a mess. Let's see. I'm trying to get to the next slide. Pardon me. This is where Charles comes in and meets Aurora for the first time. He is in this comic. He's basically recruiting the next set of X-Men in order to save the first set that gets swallowed up by the island of Krakoa. I did not know that this was the first iteration of Krakoa as well in this comic. That is amazing. I love the fact that they have taken this comic from 1975 all the way to present 2024. That is, what is that, 50 years of storytelling? And bringing things, like taking things from that time period and bringing it into the present and giving it actual depth. I, I love Marvel. I can't say that enough. But yeah, this is Aurora meeting Charles for the first time, and he's like, "White man, what you want? Ain't nobody tell you to come up here. How you gonna run up in my house like this? That's rude." But she reluctantly goes with Charles to the new world, if you will, that is mutant nature. Uh, and while she is there, she is getting served nothing but, oh god, conflict. What else did she get in this issue? She's got camaraderie that she's got to deal with for the first time. Nobody speaks her language, but luckily Charles does a little whammy on everybody so that they all can understand each other. Um, she finds a friend in Colossus. Those two actually are really chummy, and it's really nice to see that. Especially in that time period in 1975, things are still a little tense with racial issues and such. It's still tense now. I feel like it's worse now, but whatever. But that was awesome. She's also damn near killed on Krakoa as well, and basically is thrust into this world and decides that she's going to stay and adapt and I love her for that. I love her for that. She stays. She be sticking. She be in these streets. She be holding it down like Coretta. Oh. Okay. So in this particular scene, we get the team in, oh gosh, I can't remember what the name of the castle is, pardon me. But after they save everybody from Krakoa, and the team finally comes together, the second set of team finally comes together to be the X-Men that we currently know. They also have to go to outer space, and that's where the whole Phoenix saga begins. This particular scene is after that. They are in this castle in Ireland, and Baby Mama's like, "Listen, look, I need a minute. Like, this is all too much. I need to kind of reset and release." So what does she do? She sets it off. She rains on these hoes. She decides to take a nice refreshing shower within the confines of this castle in order to reset herself. I mean, like, who does that? Who does that? It's, I feel bad for anybody that had to clean that up after the fact. Um, but that just, I love the fact that somebody thought, that had the imagination to do that. She's great. I can't help it. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna fangirl on her for a while. So while they're in this castle, there is a plot afoot. This man, oh god, was it Cassidy Black? Ugh. Or no, Black, is it Black Tom? My bad. Black Tom. And his cousin, who is an X-Men, that is, I believe, Banshee. Yes. I forget his name sometimes. I don't, nobody talks about him. I'll do one on a character read on him at some point too. Um, so Mr. Tom over here is basically here to slay the X-Men, and catch them off guard in this castle. Little does anybody know, Miss Aurora is having a moment. She has an absolute gripping terror of enclosed spaces. And so what does Homeboy do? He decides to say that we are deep inside Cassidy Crag, which is a rock formation with countless tons of rock between anybody and freedom. And like, why would you say tomb? Like, no, even if I didn't have claustrophobia, what, on what planet would that sound appealing to the rest of the people that are in your group? That's not something that I would like to be thinking about as somebody's trying to murk me in a faraway land. So Aurora is having a moment. She's like, yeah, yeah, baby, that's me in a nutshell. Like, I don't need to hear. I don't want to know. I don't want to know that I'm in a basically a prison, a cave with no way to escape. Is That's not for me. So yeah, that's me. I'm her cowering in a corner. Like, let me out. Moving on. That was basically the episode between X-Men 1. Sorry, that was X-Men Uncanny X-Men 101. That gives you just a brief glimpse into X-Men 102, which is what I had you guys read. I figured I would give you guys a little bit of a snippet, because it was a little confusing if you just jumped right into 102. Um, but in 102, we pick up right where that comic left off. Everybody's in peril. Arrgh! And here's Storm right in the opening, like, bitch, I can't take this. Let me out. Out. I want out. I don't want nobody to do nothing but give me daylight and sweet, sweet fresh air. The claustrophobia thing, I'm so glad they got rid of at some point, because it was, this is a lot. Like, this is giving Jean and Scott all day. Like, there was no reason to give her this type of kryptonite thing. The girl can fly, she can split atoms and shit. Like, there is no reason for her to be this crippled with this kind of thing. It just sounds so, oh my god, it sounds so like, it's, that sounds so weak. But I can't really blame her. Especially, oh god, this pissed me off. Like, how are you just gonna snatch her up by the hair? Why? Like, of all the things, you couldn't just like choke her or something like that. You had to snatch her up by the luxurious luxury that is her hair. It's rude. Juggernaut, he gonna catch his in a little bit. But to see her like this, it just goes to show you how terrified she was of that, of with claustrophobia. But I can't blame her. because the story of her origin story in this book lines out or lays out exactly why she's this terrified, and I can't blame her. That's her daddy. That's Mr. David Monroe, African American journalist, photojournalist, who went to Africa, went to Kenya, and found the love of his life, Miss Ndare. Not Monroe, Miss Ndare. I can't remember what her last name is, pardon me. And they fly away to America, get married, and had this beautiful. Yes, yes, Will, yes, Will. I'm guessing her safe word is wind, or freedom, or grassy plains. I don't know. Um, so where was I? Oh, sorry, I'm laughing so hard on the inside right now. She is they are brought to America, have this beautiful baby, and at the ripe age of 6 months old, they can tell that she is different. She clearly understands what they're saying to her. Like, even though she can't express herself verbally yet, she full has a full expressive eyes, just like her daddy, which I did not know that her eyes were blue. I am years old, and I do not remember her eyes being blue at all. So I'm really glad that I started reading these, because I would have been thrown for a loop if they do that in the comics. Not in the comics, in the MCU in the future, which I don't think they're going to do. I feel like that's just extra work. But that is her daddy with them big ass blue eyes. ah, and I don't know why her eyes are white, but that is her genetic trait. I'm guessing she got all of that from her daddy. Um, oh, right. And I believe in the movies, the X gene is carried by the men. If we're sticking to that lore, that makes sense. That gene, that Storm got the X gene from her daddy, along with his eyes. So they leave America after 6 months of age with Storm, and travel back to Egypt, or to Cairo to be exact. Unfortunately, the Suez Canal is being fought over, uh, within between the Middle East, and Egypt. They're trying to nationalize it. They don't want that, so somebody's has to lay claim to it in some way, shape, or form. Egypt says, fuck your life. We're gonna go. We're gonna go hard. Unfortunately, civilian casualties are a thing, and Storm's parents are two of them. There is a plane crash, that hits their home. Storm is basically buried under the rubble with her mother. That is wild. What's wilder to me is that after she claws her way out of this, her parents' bodies are nowhere to be found. Where are they? What happened? Somebody tell me. I don't understand where their parents went. I just where who took the bodies? Who took the bodies? It's been 50 years. Nobody has mentioned this. Where are they? We get her grandparents come into the picture at some point. Parents' bodies never found. Clearly see her mama's arm right there. I don't know if this is too grim. I'm really sorry. Her mama's arm is right there, so there was a body. But where did they go? Somebody tell me. I don't I need Marvel to do something with that story. Even if it's like in another universe, I really need the family to come back together. I need her to know how much her parent that girl, is that not what, like, how do you just boop, parents gone. Somebody, the bodies are there. The girl passes back out, wakes up, body's gone. Where? Marvel, I need an explanation. I can't let this one go. I think I might have to start I might start something. I might have to do a hashtag of some sort, to get the ball rolling on that inquiry. Uh, yeah, that is I guess F them parents. That's super weird. It's super weird. But like I said, she climbs up out of the rubble without her mommy or daddy, and she joins up with this Egyptian gang. The leader of this gang teaches her how to live off the streets, teaches her how to be a pickpocket, and girl is legendary. Legendary. She learns how to survive. As she grows up, she decides to not live in New York City where there's constant alarms or sirens going off. It's annoying. Um, but walks from Cairo to Kenya. Oh, well, oh, it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It was hinted, but was dropped. That's not what. But that's not what I'm here for. I need completionists. Completionists. 100%. I need. There's a story there. They keep bringing up old stories that they're trying to bring together. I get it right now, but that's a whole story. God, that would be an amazing story. There's so many different ways that you could go with that, but whatever. Here we are. Let me take this down because it's a little grim. Ooh, what did I do? Okay, again, I'm a professional. I promise. I swear to God. Yeah. So Storm, becoming streetwise, just feels this pull to Kenya, and girlfriend starts walking. And by walking, I mean she walked. She walked from Cairo to Kenya. It took her a year. I'm gonna guess that's an appropriate amount of time, especially if you are living off the streets and trying to survive with like eating food and getting money and maybe doing some odd jobs. But ask me if I'm walking 43 days straight, any fucking where, for anything. I'm get somebody else to do it. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. But that goes to show how strong, even as a child, this woman was. She was kind of made for these streets, but in a regal way. She is. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, it's right up there with Joker's identity. I feel. Well, they did tell the Joker's identity though. I mean, kind of, sort of. They do it every once in a while. I feel like they do the Joker's identity every couple of years, like they peek at it or something. But it's got to be told. I'm asking. Nobody's asked for it to be told. I don't think anybody has asked for it to be told. I want to ask. I plan on asking. But she walked that far to become this woman at some iteration. That is a Storm Aurora Monroe in her goddess queen glory. Ugh, I love this dress. I can't. This is the wedding dress everybody always raves about. No, no, no. That is the dress. That's the dress. Oh, can you imagine? Anyway, let me not get ahead of myself. Yeah, no, that is absolutely gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Um, Lord, I don't know if there's anybody that is as consistent in the Marvel universe or comic universe as Storm. Her characteristics have always been consistent. She's always been a team leader. She has always been. I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh, they faded. Hey, Tashi, what's going on? What's going on, Tasha? Um, and everybody else that is over on Instagram, I completely forgot about y'all. I'm so sorry. It's on a delay. I keep trying to go back. Oh, oh, lazy girl nerd. Hi, Miss K. Says to just ask Claremont at any con. I'm not sure if you mean to ask him to make that a storyline or ask him what happened just in general about Storm's parents. But thank you. If I see him, I don't know if he's been. I have not seen his name at New York Comic Con. I don't know if he is a California type of con dude, but I'm gonna keep an eye out for him at these future cons. Maybe we can invite him to some other cons that are nearby. I don't know, which would be nice. But I digress. Lainey, yes, bitch, that dress was fucking amazing. Pardon me for cursing. Oh, both, both are good. I don't know. I still, I like. I'm sorry. I'm always gonna go back to this dress. I'm always gonna go back to this dress. It's iconic. It's timeless. Like you, if you put that dress on in 1975, it's still it still snaps. It's oh, oh, gagged fully. But yeah, back to Storm being consistent, which is my favorite thing in the world. Consistency, love it. She's also always been a team player. She's always I don't want to say she's they call her the conscience of X-Men, but I feel like she's also the heart. It's I think she has both. I think that or is Xavier I wonder if Xavier's more the heart. I don't like him right now because he's giving simp vibes in X-Men comics story right now, but he's yeah, I don't like him. I don't like him. And you know what? You know why I don't like him? I'm gonna go back. Let me go back and explain why I do not particularly enjoy this person. Um try to go back to this slide. Is this is this is this is him snatch grabbing her out of comfort. For the most part, she was fine. She wasn't bothering nobody. And then kind of gaslighting her into coming to help him. I just, yeah, oh God, he's. I know it was 1975 and people ain't know no better, but they could have. They and number one, clothing, clothing is a thing. She ain't have to be buck ass naked. Um, out in the Serengeti plains. Well, no, is the Serengeti? I don't know if the Serengeti's in Kenya. I am an American and I do not know geography, so I apologize. Um, but she's on the Kenyan plains, buck naked. Ain't no reason. Ain't no reason. They could have put something on her. They could have put a little like shift or something on her or adorn her in more jewelry. But that's me trying to be chaste for our queen. I don't know. But she's oh God, she's always been a team player. She's always been consistently there for her people, be they mutants or her team in general or her general friends or soon to be. I think what is that man's name? I think it's Curtis. The guy she goes on a date with in that dress. She shows up and shows out. Yeah, dude, like it's a little gross. It's giving disrespect of women's bodies, especially black women's body, but I don't really want to make it a preaching thing right now. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Uh but through the years Storm comes out of it. She comes out of it. She rises to this power. She be putting on these banger fucking dresses throughout history. There is an issue of Uncanny X-Men. Actually, it's just before issue, I think it's issue 101, where they're in that castle and she kind of she gives a little something, not like that, but she shows a little bit of something fashion wise to Nightcrawler, and homie is stuck. He's stuck on stupid as soon as she reveals the dress to him. It is is I love her. I love her, and I love the fact that she is a fashion plate. Um, and yes, Kay, it felt like he sought to cage her. It's giving human trafficking. It's not that serious. I'm joking, but it's definitely giving uh, deceit just a little bit. Oh God, it's giving creepy old white man. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, and Tashi says Xavier. This is over on IG. Tashi says that Xavier was good at manipulation. It wasn't until I was older that I realized how much he had control of them. Yeah, yeah. It's giving he's not really the good guy. He's not really the good guy. He means well, like a lot of oh, I'm about to ruin this. He means well like a lot of white liberals. But ultimately it's not you're not helping. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be preachy or political at all, but we all in the same room. We know what's going on right now. It's but he at some point he does kind of redeem himself, but I'm gonna go back to this image. This exact image, comes up later in the comic series. She reads him for Phil. Oh, Jesus, she reads him for Phil. I'm definitely gonna have that in the reading list for you guys to see. And it's actually the art by itself is really well done, and the script and the words are really well done. Pardon me, I almost kicked over my entire stand. Um, yeah. Oh wow, it's been 30 minutes. Holy wow. Okay, all right. Well, what else are we gonna talk about when it comes to Storm? Does anybody I know this is weird. Does anybody have any questions or want to make any additional points? I see my two comic ladies are out there. Ooh, Xavier was just like the Collector, except for mutants. Lazy girl nerd. Him, him and Magneto, kind of. Magneto did it different. Magneto did it different. He wasn't out there necessarily hard body recruiting, but that's mostly because he didn't have a campus to recruit to. Um, Charles had this lush estate in order to lure people in. But yeah, he Xavier was definitely the Collector. Definitely the Collector. Hey, what's up? Hey, first of all, nobody's late. Y'all are here just on time. It's I am not pressed. I promise you I'm not pressed, cuz all that's going to happen is y'all can run it back. Y'all can see what I've talked to up until this point. And you two gentlemen, especially, I know y'all know your stuff already. Um, but I hope that you're here for the conversation portion. I'm glad you're here for the conversation portion of this, as I've only got 20 minutes left. Ugh. We are, huh. I kind of want to get into her evolution as a character. No pun intended. Huh. Um, she is she is gonna go to some wild places. She's gonna go to some wild places in the next 50 years. Her it's a bit of a slow burn. I'm actually surprised at how fast she actually becomes a leader of the X-Men, and which is what we're going to be talking about next week. So just to get not even to get this out of the way. Hey, what's going on, hon? Hi, thanks for coming in. I'm going to say that to everybody because I'm actually very appreciative, no matter who comes in here. I, I'm going to try to tone that down as much as possible, though. I'm very surprised at how fast she becomes a leader of the X-Men, and I wonder if there was any backlash to that. I'm going to look up some information on the internet to see if there was any backlash as far as this black woman ousting ousting this white man from his position of power. Oh, oh God, if only. Um uh, it's she means Storm means oh God, I'm getting emotional. Storm means so much to me in that way because it's very rare nowadays to have somebody that is that pure. She does have, mind you, she has her flaws, obviously. Hey, what's going on, Monty? She has her flaws, obviously. I was just, oh, by the way, I need to credit Monty. He's the one that told me that the parent issue never gets resolved. So thank you for that information, sir. I appreciate you. Um, oh, and Chloe. Xavier was kind of rude, totally wasn't a guy. Yeah, no, he was, disrespectful to somebody that could light you the fuck up instantaneously in your metal chair. Like, I don't understand but I understood where he was coming from after reading 102. Oh, look at somebody went ahead and read further. I love that. Do that more. Yay. I definitely got lost going into these future arcs as well. It's really, oh god, I can't understand how somebody put this all together and it's so well written. I guess it's because they only had to put out an issue once a month, so you have time to do that. But yeah, um, it's yeah, you already know there's some behind the scenes. True Chloe, absolutely. Trying to put everybody's words and stuff up here. Tashi says Storm has always been one of her favorite mutants and X-Men or characters in X-Men and the Mutants. I don't know anybody that has read an X-Men comic or even been involved in Marvel doesn't that has anything negative to say about her. She's not a one note character. She's not a Mary what is it, a Mary Jane or whatever you want to call it, somebody that's always falling on their ass. She stands tall. Even when she falls down, she gets up every time. She gets up every time, except for Zombie X-Men. But that's another story. That's a different arc. It's gosh. I all right. I'm doing all this because she's coming. She's coming. She's coming to the MCU. And I am begging them to not don't please don't mess this up. I know that y'all know how iconic she is. This is my plea. I need y'all to get somebody. If she's African American, I am cool with that. I'm cool with that because now I've learned she's not just Kenyan. She is actually African American in multiple definitions of the phrase. But if you do get somebody that's African, that would be awesome. I There are a few people that I actually want to see play her, and I'm gonna cheat right now. I'm trying to look up the name of the woman that plays. Oh God, she plays. Does she play Death? I think she plays Death in American Gods, and I'm trying to remember what her name is. I am so sorry, y'all. I'm about to go silent for like 2 seconds. Because this one is absolutely beautiful. She is uh, Jesus. If somebody else remembers her name, by all means, please help your girl. Um, jeez. Oh yeah, and it's not Mary Jane. Mary Sue is the phrase. Um, oh my God, why can't I remember what her name is? It is so, Yatiti Badaki. Yatiti Badaki. If y'all look her up, I'm actually gonna try to post her name in here just in case anybody wants to look her up and agree with me wholeheartedly. Yatide Bedaki. I think Bedaki. Yes. Okay. Yes, that is her name. She is gorgeous. She's gorgeous. She's sickening. And the dresses that she would have on in this thing, she's going to fit right in them. She's not Kenyan, but she's Nigerian, and I'm okay. I'm okay. I know it's not the same, but it's all right because this she's so pretty. She's so pretty. Well, I'm gonna try to actually show this. Open link in a new tab. Open a new window. Save link. Because she has to be seen. Um, this is annoying, feverishly annoying. Open image, a new tab. There we go. And now I'm going to bring y'all over to here because I am a consummate professional. Share screen. Doop. Boop. Yay! Look at I did a thing. That is her. That like that's Storm. Tell me that's not Storm. Like explain to me how this woman could not be her. Well, maybe not. Actually, she kind of already did this scene in American Gods, to be quite honest. But that's this not this that's not her. I put that wig on, snatch it off, dye her, whatever she need to do in order to get that role. That is her. Good gracious God, we've waited a long time to see Storm become a real person. No offense, Hallie, but it's just oh God, like oh, Sir's face all day. Face card does not decline. Swoon, like swoon. Dudes are my thing, but the face on that woman. I'm campaigning for her. If there's somebody else that is out there, tell me. I have not found her. She is her. That is it for me. I need her to be Storm. I don't know who I need to talk to. I don't know if Mr. Feige needs to be sat down and like slow walked over to that woman. I don't know even know if she wants it. I need you to kind of want it though, baby girl. I need you to really, really want to be Storm because the culture needs you on so many levels, and you would serve it so well. I hear her voice. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. Um, with all that said, I'm very glad Storm exists. I'm very glad that she has not been taken down a peg and only elevated. Um, she does she we as a black people, as a black woman or gay man, if you need a source of empowerment, of kind of a, I don't want to say a life guide because that's a lot, but she's a thing. Like her persistence is unwavering. Her regalness is unwavering. God. Oh yeah. I don't. Okay. I like Anna. I like Anna. Energy is great. Great. I would prefer the girl that plays Blackfire in Teen Titans. I would rather, if I'm gonna pick a young Storm, I would pick her. But for grown the fuck up Storm, right back. Who? 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 You tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. You can't. I can't change my mind. Can't change my mind. She's a good choice. I would have to do some research to see who could work. Also, good luck. If you look up her scenes from American Gods by themselves, if you close your eyes and just listen to her speeches, her monologues, even her conversations with some of the other characters, it's Storm. It's rings loudly Storm. Yeah, dude, nah, man. Okay, all right. So with that, my ranting and rambling has brought me to. I think I'm on an hour almost. Uh, yeah, 9 minutes left. Great. Um, with all of this said, we are now going to get a little bit deeper into Storm's history, and we are going to start discussing her role as a leader of the X-Men. Next week, I would like you guys to read Uncanny X-Men. I think it's 201. Yes, it's 201. This is where yeah. Scott thought he was doing something special. Scott wasn't Scott was not doing very much. Oh god. Yo, it's like I know people say Scott is that dude. When does he become that dude? Because I've been reading a lot of these comics and I don't know. Oh, you have this issue? I hope it is. I hope it is slabbed. Sincerely. Um, yeah, yeah. Oh, young Storm, how about Yaya DaCosta? Acting. I need acting. Yaya, cool. She cool. You know what? She's cool for. I'm not gonna. You know what? No, I'm just gonna be polite and say I don't think that she would be the best fit. Before I go and tear this girl down on Martin Luther King weekend, um, I don't. She, there's something about her face. Not to say she's ugly, but it doesn't. It's not. It's too pointed. If that makes sense. Um, I might be thinking of the wrong Yaya. I think I'm thinking of the right Yaya, but it's mm-mm, mm-mm. I think the chick that plays Blackfire would do good. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and see what the crowd says. I will bring up um this woman's face. if I can find her. Oh God, they're all so dark. Ugh. All right. All right. Here, open image in a new tab. I'm a consummate professional. Consummate. Um, stop screen. Invite. I don't want to invite nobody. I apologize. Bear with me. I'm a human too. This is Young Storm. This to me is Young Storm. Um, and forgive me because now I can't even remember what the hell the child's name is. Damaris Lewis. That is her name. I think she would make a very good Young Storm. If you watched Titans, I think she would have made a good Starfire. Um, no, I take that back. Well, it depends. Um, I think she definitely would have. She would make a very good young Storm. And again, she's giving hair. But yes, so back to this. I will remove her and we put your disc back. Okay. This is your next reading for the class. Okay. This is a single issue of Uncanny X-Men. It shouldn't take you too long to read. I think it's like I don't remember how many pages it is. I think it's between 20 and 30 pages. I think it's like 25. Um then the next series we're going to read is going to be Storm's solo series. Let me take this banner down for you, Docky. Ooh, my bad. We're gonna be going through these five issues of Storm story. I may add on some things if actually I need to make an IG channel. I may add on a couple of extra stories just to dive a little bit deeper. There's some actually good scenes while she's a leader. This is just to kind of expand upon her growth as she first became the leader of the X-Men. But there are some other good storylines there. Here for a few minutes. Hey, what's going on, boss man? What's going on, Chris? Hi. Well, it's good for you only for a few minutes because I'm about to wrap up. I'm only doing this for an hour because I gotta start getting some actual food. I have to go to the grocery store. I did not do any shopping today preparing for this. But thanks for coming. I appreciate you. So this is the required reading. Um, if you guys have any questions for me, if you have any thoughts, I will post them up here. Thank all 12 of y'all for tuning in and staying tuned in. I appreciate it. I think I might end this early. I feel like this is a good note to leave out on. Um, I, this is a good, I'm enjoying myself. Being that this is the first time that I've actually read these comics, I'm having a good time. I'm actually having a hard time staying focused and reading just the few comics that I put up. I've been reading past you guys, obviously. Um, and I'm finding it really hard. The comic vortex just sucks you in. When you find a really good storyline and you can't put it down, I'm there. I'm fully back into my comic book reading. It feels so good. It feels so good. Ah, it makes your mind spin. All right, my loves. I am gonna sign off. I appreciate everybody for coming in tonight. We will be back here next week. As usual, I am going to go through my thank yous and my affiliates. If you guys were here last week, I did my reveal for Otaku Noir. By all means, give them a look. They have great mystery boxes. This is my third box now. My fourth is on the way, which is going to be a food box. I'm very excited. Miss Lady K, thank you for tuning in. By the way, she is one of the co-owners of Otaku Noir. Pardon me. Give them a look. If you put in the code Roomful of Blerds in the promo code box, you will get 10% off. I believe it's each time, or at least the first time. I'm not sure. Actually, I need to ask you about that. And you are very welcome, sir. And thank you for sticking in there. Oh, and then Chris also says, aka the goddess, aka the queen, is always a good note to end on. Yes, we'll be ending on that note for the next 3 weeks. So this will be great shows. Like I said, Otaku Noir. great. Check them out. If you guys want more of my lovely face, you can find me on Blerd's Eye View on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be. Oh, Chris, you told me what we were talking about this week. We're gonna be talking about stuff. It's gonna be more Blerd stuff and like entertainment news and such, and whatever else comes up over the weekend. Hopefully, Jonathan Majors stays out of the news. Um, we are also going to start. Not start. We are also Blerd's Eye View. That is going to be part of a Blerd streaming network called Blerd Station. And if you would like, you can go to their website, which I will have posted in the description below, and sign up. We are accepting affinity members. That basically means when you sign up for a total of 36 months, you are automatically not considered, you are automatically going to be given a share in the company's stock, if you will. So you invest in us, then we invest in you. You get a return on your investment. There's a lot of good products that are coming out, or shows and stories and comics that are going to be central in Blerd Station. And whew, it's going to be really nice to have a place where you don't have somebody like Rupert Murdoch, who owns Tubi, apparently, taking your intellectual property and then doing God knows what the hell he wants to do with it, or the powers that be want to do with it, either watering it down or censoring it in some way, shape, or form. When you come to Blerd Station, your intellectual property is yours. If you want to put it up there, it's up there. That's it. This is the story that you want to tell. This is how you want to tell it. You don't want to have to over explain yourself or make it more digestible for people that don't look like us or have our lived experiences. You don't have to. So that is my plea to you guys as ingesters of content. If you'd like to join up, please by all means head over to Blerd Station, sign up to be an affinity member. If you do go over there and you like what you see, make sure that you click on the Blerd's Eye View icon and you choose from one of the, I believe it is now going to be 8 people. If you pick me as a person that told you to come over there, that would be great, but you can pick any of my crewmates to help them get not notifications to Lord. I can't think of the word. Anyway, you're gonna be helping them out by letting them know that we sent you over there. There's that. But with that said, bye. All right, y'all, it's been real. I will see you guys next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll be talking about the leadership of the X-Men under Storm. All right, guys, have a good night. Be safe. Happy Martin Luther King Day or Coretta Scott Day or Jonathan Majors Day, whatever you want to call it. Oh, bye.